Los Angeles, a city known for its bright lights and Hollywood glamour, has now become a battleground against one of nature's deadliest forces: fire. The Palisades Fire of 2025 was one of the most catastrophic wildfires in the city's history. It burned for 24 days, destroyed thousands of homes, forced mass evacuations, and even led to political turmoil. But what made this fire so devastating? How did it spread so quickly? And what does this mean for the future of LA's wildfire crisis? Let's uncover the full story of the fire that changed Los Angeles forever. Los Angeles has been no stranger to fire. One of the most infamous blazes in history was the 1933 Griffith Park fire, which killed 29 people. It remains the deadliest wildfire in LA's history. Fast forward to 2018, and the Wildfire torched nearly 100,000 acres, destroying homes, businesses, and forcing mass evacuations. So what makes LA so vulnerable to these infernos? Three main factors: dry climate, strong winds, and human activity. Factor 1. The climate. Los Angeles has a Mediterranean climate, hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. But thanks to climate change, droughts have become more frequent, turning the landscape into a tinderbox. Factor 2. The Santa Ana winds. The infamous Santa Ana winds turn a small spark into a raging inferno. These winds, reaching up to 70 mph, push fires across the hills and deep into urban areas. Factor 3. Human activity. Believe it or not, nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by humans. Downed power lines, campfires, discarded cigarettes, and even arson. One careless mistake can destroy an entire community. The worst fires in LA's history. Let's take a look at some of the most devastating fires in LA's history. The Wildfire, 2018, $6 billion in damages. Location: Los Angeles and Ventura Counties. Size: 96,949 acres. Homes destroyed, 1,643 deaths. 3. One of the most expensive and destructive fires in California's history. The Wildfire forced over 295,000 people to evacuate. Celebrities like Miley Cyrus, Gerard Butler, and Neil Young lost their homes, and the iconic Western town set at Paramount Ranch was reduced to ashes. 2. The Getty Fire, 2019. Mansions under threat. Location: Brentwood, Los Angeles. Size: 745 acres. Homes destroyed. 12 evacuations. 10,000 plus. This fire, sparked by a tree branch hitting a power line, spread rapidly through the upscale Brentwood area. Firefighters fought to save multi-million-dollar mansions, while celebrities like LeBron James and Arnold Schwarzenegger evacuated in the middle of the night. 3. The Bobcat Fire, 2020. One of LA's largest fires ever. Location: Angeles National Forest. Size: 115,796 acres. Structures destroyed, 178. Evacuations: thousands. Burning for over a month, the Bobcat Fire became one of the largest wildfires in LA County history. Entire mountain communities were threatened, and the famous Mount Wilson Observatory barely escaped destruction. 4. The Root Fire, 2022. A heatwave nightmare. Location: Castaic, Los Angeles County. Size: 5,208 acres. Structures destroyed. Several firefighter injuries. 7. Amid a record-breaking heatwave, the Root Fire exploded in the hills near Interstate 5, forcing thousands to flee their homes. Firefighters battled extreme temperatures, pushing past 110 degrees, 43 degrees, making this one of the most challenging fires in recent years. 5. The Highland Fire, 2023. A sign of what's to come. Location: Riverside County, near LA County border. Size: 2,487 acres. Homes destroyed, 38 evacuations, thousands. The fire didn't spare Hollywood's finest. Stars like Miley Cyrus, Robin Thicke, and Shannon Doherty lost their homes to flames, while Kim Kardashian and Kanye West had to hire private firefighters to save their property. Recent Palisades Fire, 2025. It all began on January the 7th, 2025, when a small fire was reported in the Santa Monica Mountains near the Pacific Palisades neighborhood. Firefighters initially thought they could contain it, but fierce Santa Ana winds, with gusts reaching 100 mph, turned the blaze into an unstoppable inferno. Within hours, the fire jumped across highways, engulfed hillsides, and spread towards Malibu, Santa Monica, Tarzana, and Encino. Thousands of residents were forced to flee, with only minutes to grab their belongings. Some never made it out in time. Over the next 24 days, the Palisades Fire scorched an unimaginable 23,448 acres, becoming one of the most destructive fires in LA history. Entire communities were wiped off the map, leaving nothing but ashes in their place. The numbers paint a grim picture. Nearly 8,000 structures destroyed or severely damaged, over 29 lives tragically lost, tens of thousands forced to evacuate, an estimated $12 billion in property damage. One of the worst-hit areas was Malibu, where luxury homes worth millions were reduced to rubble. Even celebrities weren't spared. Several Hollywood mansions were lost, and entire neighborhoods vanished overnight. The battle to contain the fire. As the fire raged, over 5,000 firefighters from across California were deployed to battle the inferno. Helicopters and air tankers worked around the clock, dropping thousands of gallons of water and fire retardant. But the high winds kept reigniting the flames. It wasn't just about saving homes. Hospitals, schools, and power stations were in immediate danger. At one point, parts of LA were plunged into darkness as the fire destroyed electrical infrastructure. Firefighters described it as hell on earth, with temperatures inside the firestorm exceeding 1,500 degrees 815 degrees. In one terrifying moment, an entire firefighting unit had to deploy their emergency shelters as flames closed in around them. California Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency and requested $40 billion in federal disaster aid. The money is desperately needed to rebuild homes, restore infrastructure, and assist families left with nothing. But some experts fear this is just the beginning. Will LA continue to pour billions into rebuilding? Or will real steps be taken to prevent another disaster? How you can stay safe. If you live in or near fire-prone areas, here are some critical tips. Create a defensible space. Clear dry brush and flammable materials near your home. Have an emergency plan. Know evacuation routes and pack a go bag with essentials. Stay informed. Follow fire alerts and evacuation warnings. The Palisades Fire was a wake-up call. Wildfires in LA are getting bigger, deadlier, and more frequent. But there's hope. Scientists and firefighters are working on new strategies to fight and prevent wildfires before they start. Here's how LA is preparing for the next big one. Fire-resistant homes. New building codes require fireproof materials to be used in construction. Artificial intelligence fire detection. Satellites and drones can now detect wildfires before they spread. Prescribed burns. Controlled fires are being used to reduce excess dry vegetation, preventing larger wildfires. Stronger evacuation plans. Officials are working on faster and more effective early warning systems. Managing power lines. Utility companies are being held accountable for preventing sparks that can ignite fires. Despite these efforts, LA residents are being warned. Wildfires are now part of life in California. The question is not if another massive fire will happen, but when. A city rebuilding, but for how long? The Palisades Fire of 2025 was one of the worst in LA history, but it won't be the last. With climate change fueling hotter, drier conditions, the threat of wildfires is growing every year. Will we finally learn from the devastation, or are we doomed to repeat it? What do you think? Should LA be doing more to prevent wildfires? Let us know in the comments below.